Alright, how about that for a fancy intro, my friends? Today's episode of That Car Guy, we're not doing car stuff. Or maybe actually I should say on today's episode of We Never Finish Any Projects. This is the project we gotta get started on to finish. This thing has been about a year in the making. And I installed the engine and it got stalled out, just like building a model car. It's no different. We end up starting something and we end up stalling out, and for whatever reason. You know what? I'm so thrilled to work on this, but yet I never did. So it's not finished, completed, just motor install and the bike sprocket installed. So I want to get this finished because I would like to take a road trip on this thing. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Or a bike camping trip, I'm thinking even more. All my research on these things, it's a 4-stroke engine, 50cc, but you know what? These things will do 35, 37 miles an hour top speed. That might be a little scary on this 1980s classic bike. And the old tires and whatever else, old brakes and that, but you know what? We don't have to go that fast. We can go 32 miles an hour? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I can end up in the hospital. Anyhow, we're gonna take this upstairs and look, it's been sitting so long, the tires are flat. I don't have a lot of work to do to it yet to finish it off. The electric, the gas tank, filter, that's it. Most of the problem is just changing over the sprocket, because if you notice, the pedals hit the engine. So what they do is give you a wider crankshaft and wider new pedals, and that's the biggest hurdle of my changeover on this bike. And in all technicality, I don't need the pedals to get this thing running. So I've also decided to sell off my Da Vinci bike. We'll try and get 400-ish bucks for that. That's pretty much what I paid for it. But I just want to take off the rear rack, because if I go bike camping and stuff, I can store all my stuff there. So we're going to put that on there and take pictures of that and put it on the marketplace, and yeah, blah blah blah. Chuck, keep blah blah blahing. Okay, let's take it upstairs and start getting at her. And oh yeah, I did end up buying a used set of tires for this thing. I paid, what? 10 bucks each, or 10 bucks for the pair, so 5 bucks each, so that was actually a fairly good deal. So we got some extra tires. These things are a little bit meatier for off-road use, blah blah blah. And what else? And they're a hair wider. These ones are more streetable type of tire with the top where it doesn't have as much knobbies, so maybe these tires are better, I don't know, but these are old tires. I blew both of these tires out, and I had to tube both of them, so I put new tubes in to be safe on everything. So cool beans, what do you think? Alright, if you take a look here, that's everything that we have left to put on the bike now that we're back in our shop. And this is my orange pepper plant tree. Actually, they have to be picked, they're getting soft. Anyhow, we got, like I said, the wider shaft and sprocket. The drive chain we have, we got to put that on. The other thing we got is new bearings with this shaft. But you know what? I think I'm going to try and use these old bearings, for the fact that I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this engine on this bike. We're going to try it for a while, give it a whirl, see how it goes. I paid, what, 90 bucks for the bike, or 70 bucks? Forgot already, it's been a while. This thing is really nice, really minty. What else did I have to say? I might do a different frame yet, I'm not sure, maybe a year down the road, or just buy a complete new kit and sell this one. I'm unsure. But yeah, we get the fuel filter and fuel line shut off. New throttle. I'm smacking my lips again because they're always dry when I talk and whatever. So we got the throttle and new handles. We got the new pedals. This is a chain tensioner, and this is the actual throttle itself with shut off kill switch. And this is extra. That's for my road trip. And what else? Yeah, that's it. We're gonna begin. What are we gonna do? I can't remember if I tightened this or kept it semi-loose, because we're gonna have to adjust that placement, because you want this sprocket, the two sprockets lined up, and from what I see right now, they're way out of line. So oh, I have to put the center of the tire on too. I guess that's another trick. What are we all doing? Oh, I gotta take the wheel off and put that on proper. So actually I just loosely mounted it. So that's what we'll do. We're gonna remount the tire, and then I'm going to, you should change out the shaft first, but we're gonna do it ass backwards, because at least I can start it and see if it runs. Engine's been sitting a while, so I'm gonna put all the other trinkets on. I'm gonna put the throttle and gas filter, and that way we can get her running at least and see how that aspect works. So let's get on her. Okay, something wrong with this picture. See? Right there. First stop, I have to take the gas tank back off so I can put the filter and switch on. And I just see one other issue that I'm gonna have to try and solve or fix, and that is here in the tank. It's bolted down and squished in there pretty good, so I have a fear of it shaking and rubbing over time. So what I'm gonna have to do, see, like this little nipple, there's two of them, I think, one here and one there. You know, sometimes we like nipples, but not these kind of nipples. Alright, behave. So I'll probably find a matting to put under there, as long as the tank, and then just bolt it down. I should paint this blue, but hey, not right now. That will be another time. Yeah, this is a pretty old bike. What did I tell you guys? 1980s-ish? I think mid-80s. I can't remember. To late 80s. The guy I bought it from said he couldn't find much information on this thing either. I'm almost wondering if I should put a tape on there, white Teflon, because it might leak. We'll try it, see what happens. If it doesn't, we'll take it off and And I think we'll put the fuel filter right about here-ish somewhere, because it tucks in. There is the other carb inlet, so I think the best spot would be right about here. Actually, scratch that position up there. Wanted to keep it away from the spark plug a little bit. I might tighten it up later, I don't know. So onto the throttle cable and throttle system. So this is pretty simple. Sorry, I'm taking you guys all over the place. So it goes, I'll change positions. That's what he said. So right there, this sneaks through that little thing there. The little holder, the cable holder, and I think it should be double way. No, maybe other direction. Try that way. All it does is, there we go. Yeah, it just puts in like that. And then once you get the rest of that in, then you can adjust it and tighten it. And also notice, see, throttle goes that far. We'll change sides again. Throttle goes that far. That's a limiter. You know what's gonna happen with this. Bye bye, sayonara. And speaking of, whoa, just about fall over, why not just fall on my head, and that's how we'll end it. I was gonna say, speaking of bye-bye, I think we'll end it here, because I don't want to give this big, long, drawn-out video, you know, like 30-40 minutes. That's just too much for somebody like me to watch. It's way too long. I don't have that much time. And my friends, we'll come back. We're gonna do a second and third part of this video series, I'm sure, to finish this up. I'm gonna run. I gotta get gas for this thing. I gotta get some oil for this thing, and there's one more thing I need. I can't remember. Oh, washers. Washers for this mounting bracket. I have to search for some washers. So I'm gonna go do that. You know what, my friends? Hey, stay tuned. We're gonna be buzzing around on this thing. I promise, within the end of next week. Today's, I don't know when I'm posting this video. Next week is, let's put September 21st. How about that? I gotta put a deadline on it. So until then, I'm gonna go up, grab a coffee so I can say cheers to you guys. And then next time, hey, stay awesome until then. Cheers, my friends.